All right, yeah. So India versus French again. I wonder, I wonder if we're gonna see something different this game because I know that EagleMut likes to play really non-standard games. So I'd honestly be really surprised if you went for something like a Sequel Rush or a Consulate Rush, and I'd actually do something like maybe some kind of Fast Fortress or Fast Industrial.
Okay. I don't, I like, I, I don't know if I should say this or not, but EagleMut was actually practicing games against me earlier today. He was like researching his opponent, and he was sure Gryphoon plays France or British. He likes to play France or British very much, so he was practicing India versus France and British against me. So I have a pretty good idea about what he's going to do.
Okay, don't ruin the surprise.
Yeah,
We'll
I
just have
would.
to wait and see.
Right.
Um, looks like he's not going to be going for a 10-10 or anything like that, at least. Gryphoon going for that early trading post. And yeah, not a whole lot going on at the moment.
I
Hunts and gold mines look
I think
good.
Eagle has probably won its to hunt or not.
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, Gryphoon is actually kind of hunt screwed.
Yeah, we probably should rehost this.
Let's ask for a rehost. All right, that's unfortunate, but
Yeah.
shouldn't take too long to get this underway.
Okay. So you might be able to stay for another game to cast because I think the next game we're going to cast is has a 5 4 3 2 1 versus Lucas. So
Oh, that'd be a good match. I think they played last tournament, right? In the major tournament, the ESOC Autumn tournament, and it was pretty close actually.
yeah, I think Lucas is a very good player. Like, definitely a very good player. So it's the exact same matchup we have seen uh, earlier on today in the previous
Pardon
match.
me.
It's the exact same matchup we are seeing again. Just we saw between Sputnik and Marco.
Yeah, French and India definitely seem to be some popular civs on this map.
Yeah. So this one looks fair, I think. Although his third hunt is a little bit far compared to. I think Eagle's third hunt is a little bit far compared to Griffin's this game, but
Um,
not so much. So
looks to me like Eagle actually has a slightly closer third hunt, but hmm, I mean, this this could be this could be fine, just depending on how the hunts decide to walk during H1. Um,
yeah.
I think this is probably okay,
I
but it is definitely a little bit better for EagleMut hunt wise.
Okay, but I think like this hunt and the one on the opposite side that is here, they can be easily herded back to TC within 2 shots, I think.
Yeah, for sure. He's got two or yeah he's got two easily herdable hunts. Eagle just has
One easily
um,
herdable.
Eagle definitely has more hunt though, but
Yeah. Although he has a fourth hunt which is slightly closer compared to Griffin's, so
yeah, I think this should be fine to be honest. it's definitely better than last game.
Okay.
And I think this hunt is definitely very hurtable too. But whether or not he'll choose to hurt it, since it looks a little bit further away, is going to be remain to be seen.
Okay. So
Either way,
yeah.
so once again, we have EAGLEMUT spawning as the blue India player on the west side of the map, against Gryphoon as the red French player spawning in the east side of the map. And nothing too out of the ordinary going on right now. No 10-10 from EAGLEMUT or anything crazy like that. Yeah, so as I said last game, I don't expect Eagle to do standard stuff just because of how I've seen him play in tournaments in the past. He tends to do really weird builds. So I'd probably expect him to do something weird like FF or FI, but we'll just have to wait and see.
All right. I wanted to talk something with a map here. It's like this map had some very good treasures, 70 food, then 80 food, and Royal 95 wood sometimes. And the main thing is that you have a lot of native treasures like Tomahawk or Scout. So, like I was saying, I was playing Eagle earlier on today, and every game he got one Tomahawk and the other Cherokee or something like that. So these unit treasures in Edgewood, they're like really, really good. And if French player can get them, then he can deny Agora to the India player, or at least delay it long enough. So that's something, if you have researched the map, you should always look out for, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like Eagle's actually going for one Tomahawk here, but it's got
Yeah.
a pirate. It's going to take him a really long time to kill that with 2 elephants. And I think Gryphoon has a really high chance of stealing this. Yeah, he got it. So,
Uh,
oh, the stomp though. Okay, Eagle got it. That's a lucky stomp from him.
yeah.
That would have been a huge help for Gryphoon. He could have killed the Vil that's building the air and everything. And looks like Eagle's having some problems. The Hunts don't want him to place the Wonder.
Yeah. So, well,
There we go, replacing it. So he is going to get that Wonder down, unless the
yeah.
Explorer blocks it.
Oh, this is I mean, very good start for the French player here. 4 minutes and still the Agora is not blessed. So
Yeah, those Hunts delayed the Agra foundation by a good 20 seconds, and then the Explorer delayed it even more. So Eagle's going to be aging really, really late this game. And
yeah,
I was actually wrong, I guess, because it looks like he did actually plan to do some kind of like steep wave pressure or something standard. But I think now he probably has to change up that plan a little bit with this super late age up. So we'll have to see what he chooses to do. Griffin's going to lose his native scout, it looks like, so he's not actually going to have an opportunity
yeah. But
to scout with that.
but I think like Gryphon really had a good opportunity here to go for a double barracks and musketeer kind of thing, because he probably could have got the villager and he could have started sieging Agra down as soon as it builds, or he could have maybe got one or two houses for Eagle, because when Eagle started aging, Gryphon was already age 2, so he could have had like two musketeer batches out by the time Eagle is actually age 2.
Yeah, for sure. But Eagle definitely has to be thinking about changing up his plan right now. So Gryphoon is starting with a Rax. So he is probably going to be building musketeers. He has a few Vils in gold to sort of fuel that musketeer production. And Eagle's adding in a second trading post, looks like. So he's definitely going to be playing this more slowly than maybe he had intended to.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what he decides to do. Dropping down a market as well. So yeah, definitely going to be playing so very slowly to start. So the real problem is going to be, what's he going to do if Gryphoon tries to age?
I think like India sorry to interrupt you, but I think India did advanced trading post or something like that, because he sent Trade Empire as his first shipment. I think that makes your trading posts cheaper.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see that. Yeah, it does make your trading posts a little bit cheaper and stronger. So he might just want to try to get that trading post off of Gryphoon and then go for Stagecoach. But that's going to be hard to do, maybe, with the slow start. 5 Sepoy coming out. Gryphoon is walking to the second TP, it looks like. Maybe he doesn't expect Eagle to have any units at the moment, because he went for that second TP and aged pretty late. But Eagle's just going to push the base. Or nope, trying to turn around. Looks like he's going to try and catch those musketeers. If he's a second batch of Sepoy popping soon, which I believe he should, then he might actually be able to clean these units up and could actually put them in a good position.
So yeah, and he's the kind of going for a boom kind of build, because the first shipment was Trade Empire, then second is the Wood Trickle, and the third again is the Wood Trickle. So kind of and it's probably the effect of a late age up, I would say, and not a huge mass of units from the French players. So
Yeah. Can I just actually point out a really good decision that I liked from Gryphoon? When he went to siege that trading post, he eventually stopped and decided to send his muskets to sort of do these raids instead. And I like that decision because he sent 700 gold at the same time that he decided to do that. And basically, he wants these musketeers just to buy him time to age safely. He doesn't
yeah,
want to invest in more units in H2.
he's
And
almost
he's
aged up right now, I think.
yeah. Like this is definitely buying him a lot of time.
Yeah.
And there's not really going to be any way Eagle can actually punish this age up. He could kill all of those musketeers, and Gryphoon would still be totally fine with that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Eagle kind of recognizes that he's in trouble. Consulate coming down now for EAGLEMUT.
And
Another batch of Sepoy.
and
Looks like he's in the path straight towards the base, but Gryphoon's going to come back in for some more musket raids, so he's got to be careful.
yeah, might lose that villager if he's not careful.
Yeah, definitely going to lose that villager. It looks like Gryphoon knows about it.
And it's interesting to suppose he has decided to go with ally with Ottoman civilization instead of the British, which you usually see India allying with. So I think he's going for 3 hussars or maybe 4 villagers.
Yep, we'll have to wait and see. That was a timely auto consulate though, because it did actually give that exposed villager we were talking about some extra line of sight, and he actually saw the muskets coming to that. So it did end up saving him a vill. So at least in that regard, it was a good decision. Looks like some Gurkha coming out, 5 Sepoy coming in. Gryphoon sent 1,000 wood. That's really greedy. Eagle could actually maybe make something happen here if he decides to push anytime soon.
The thing I like,
Stable up Gryphoon.
yeah,
Sorry, continue.
the thing I like about India is that it's probably the only civilization in the entire game which has each and every type of unit, maybe except the Hussar type of unit, available in H2. So even if they're not H2, they're still pretty much fine when fighting against H3 civilizations in H2 than the most of the civilizations.
Yep, definitely true. Yeah, kind of the only advantage French really gets from aging is sort of matching this unit composition and then abusing falconets. India does get access to dragoons in H2, which is really good, but they don't actually bonus against artillery, which makes the cannons really difficult to deal with if he doesn't just have a vastly superior army.
Yeah.
So basically, it's going to come down to how well Gryphoon can use those falconets. Eagle losing 2 hussars pretty much
Yeah.
for free, not the best. And those musketeers are just buying so much time in Eagle's base. Like Eagle tried to chase them around a little bit, didn't manage to catch them. They're still alive, still just applying pressure, and they're always going to be something that Eagle has to be thinking about. 5 more goons coming out. Falx. So Gryphoon, I think, is probably going to want to try to push out pretty soon, maybe off his next card once he feels he has like an adequate mass to sort of defend these Falx. Actually losing a house. Eagle's base.
Yeah.
Houses do actually have significantly less HP now on EP since they're also significantly cheaper.
Yeah, 800.
But yeah, those muskets are definitely paying off. He might even get another one. It's going to be really close.
That's nice using
No, not.
villages. He's going to get the house.
He's going to get it, yeah.
But I think it's not that much of damage because it's just 50 wood to rebuild another house for India, I think.
For sure, but it's definitely still still good for Gryphoon, and it buys him more time too because Eagle wasn't able to queue units for a little while, and so Gryphoon's sort of timing his push with that in mind.
I would also like to point out
Eagle
that
might be in trouble here.
yeah, I would also like to point out that EAGLEMUT is very well highly mismacroed here because there's almost 1600 food and no coin.
Yeah, he had to garrison all of his vills that were on gold in his base to sort of kill those musketeers.
This is going to be huge.
That's going to be a really big raid.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, he's gonna lose probably like 5 or 6 CDB here, but he's still not gonna be able to kill, or like he's still ahead in terms of military. Like, how is Eagle going to deal with this army? It looks really hard. Agrifort looks like it's probably gonna go down.
10 claws coming in here for.
Yeah, 10 Tiger Claws getting a good catch on the Sepoy. Actually, this might be exactly what Eagle needs. Still not going to be able to get the Falx, though.
Yeah.
But Sepoy coming in from the back.
Timing might have been slightly off. I mean, when this entire army came and the Tiger Claws coming at the same time, that probably would have been much better.
Yeah, well, I think it was about as good of a trade as he was going to get either way. Yeah, Eagle has to make something happen here, or else he's just going to lose his military buildings and then map control. But looks like he might actually be able to kill the cannons if he just focuses them with his infantry. Nope, not going to commit to that. So backing off once again. He is buying some time for the Agrifort to put a little bit more damage onto these Falx at least, but it's pretty negligible damage, to be honest. So looks like not Rattan Shields, Rajput coming out. Gonna lose 1 Falc, looks like. Yeah, just going into melee with the Sepoy. Not gonna lose a Falc, actually.
Yeah, it still has a lot of. This is probably.
Okay, Soar finally gonna clean up the Falx, but losing the rest of his army for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not looking good for EAGLEMUT.
If you look at like from economic point of view here, EAGLEMUT is way ahead with like 52 villages against 37. The problem is that he doesn't have any military right now. It's 45 against 0.
And he's also about to lose map control. And what good are villagers if you don't have resources to gather on the map?
Yeah.
Trying to rebuild the consulate is probably not going to go up with these cures in the base.
Also, the one thing is like these villages here and these villages here, they're completely unguarded, or I would say they're not safe here.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
Griffin manages to like scout that and send 5 gendarmes there, then he's going to lose all those villages.
Yeah, and I think he knows that Eagle has to be gathering like resources somewhere that's not at home, and he's yeah, it looks like he's going straight for the hunt. He's seen it, and
Yeah,
this might be the game.
yeah.
Uh, Zam's coming along with the sentries and irregulars, but
Just
it's
there are not just enough Zams here. They do
yeah, it's only
soul.
a temporary solution to the problem.
Macro has been like really a big issue for EagleMut this game because 2k wood right now, and
Yeah, not looking good. He's building a second stable, interestingly enough, instead of a barracks. So
it's a
maybe
stable.
he's hoping to just sort of change up his unit composition and maybe hope to win that way. But I don't think he's going to have time to really make use of that stable, sadly.
Uh,
So many units coming for Gryphoon across the map as well.
yeah, 7 skirmish shipment as 8 skirmish shipment as well. So I think
Mm-hmm.
that's it, skirmish and cavalry combat as well for the French player.
Yeah, Miniman coming from Ottoman Consulate. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. I think Eagle realizes it's not going to be enough either. And
Yeah,
yeah, that's going to be all she wrote. Eagle calls the GG. Yeah, that was well played by Gryphoon. I really liked the decision to use those musketeers
too
just to
bad.
buy time.
Yeah,
I think Eagle still maybe could have held his forward base. There was a point where I think if he had committed to the fight and just like walked in with his infantry and tried to kill the Falcons, maybe he could have done something. But it looked like he was just too hesitant to sort of commit to that fight. And so the Falcons just kept whittling away at his army and his forward base, and eventually he just crumbled beneath that pressure.
yes. So let's move on to the next game now, and I think we will be starting with the round of 16 between has a 5 4 3 2 1 and